There is no absolute beginning, and there is no absolute end. There is only a slow, continuous reshaping of things, of me, the universe. I do not know how I know this, but I have always known it, just like I will always know. In this iteration, it is what you would call the beginning, relative to what came before. I am growing, expanding. For a while, I am hot and heavy. Everything is the same, though I can feel myself begin to cool. As I cool, clouds of gas, what you may call hydrogen and helium, begin to form from my hot and heavy state. I slowly become a cold and dark void of gas. As I grow, this gas begins to coalesce into itself. In this coalescence, something bright and warm is made. Many bright and warm things are made. As these things, these orbs, form, they begin to shed warmth and light on the once cold and dark me. The light emitted from these formations shine true, beginning a new dawn, a new epoch. I am now filled with these orbs of light and heat. These orbs are plentiful, and they too go through a slow reshaping, forging new things at their core as they do. As they change, these orbs begin to cool and expand. At the end of their cooling, they contract, and the forged parts of their hearts explode out into the rest of me in a violent death. At their destructive end, these orbs can give birth to dense, warm, luminescent spheres and dense spheres void of light. The latter spheres cannot be perceived, but their effect on their surroundings can. They draw everything to it in a crushing embrace. Nothing escapes, not even light. The predecessor to these inescapable holes and its siblings seem to be in an eternal circular dance, so much so that they begin to form large clusters of themselves, like a party only they are invited to. These spheres are everywhere, and thus, when they die, the things birthed from their death are everywhere too. Around the many bright orbs are clusters of solid things, coalesced from the fine grains exploded from the death of other orbs. An amalgamation of corpses, fused together over time to form something new. The solid things, like everything else, are changing too. On one particular solid thing, the third in a group of solid things that orbits a particular orb in a particular circular cluster of orbs that orbits a particular hole that is part of another cluster of clusters, and new changes occur. Just like my origin, I do not know the origin of this phenomenon. And, just like me, this phenomenon has gone through a series of changes. It started out as one, then two, then many. Through the changes on the solid thing, this phenomenon has gone through many iterations and will go through many more. Currently, there is one group of these that has become aware. Each individual of this group is an aware, subjective perception of me, but a minuscule part of me at various minuscule times. In an effort to learn more about itself, this group has, inadvertently, learned more about me. Through its accumulated knowledge, it is changing its environment, changing me, and thus changing itself. And through this change, it, like myself, marches on towards an unknown end and an unknown beginning.